As you may know, the CBC state broadcaster has set up an election time war room, and they had been using that to attack Andrew Scheer and Maxime Bernier. Well, they deployed their war room in the wake of the Toronto shootings to defend Ralph Goodale, to defend him, not to criticize him, and to gently nudge him towards more gun control, as if gang-style shootings who are already using illegal guns and using them illegally, as if more laws on paper would stop them, more red tape. It's a joke. Goodale and Trudeau have no idea of what to do, any more than most U.S. Democrats have no idea what to do. But the CBC's there to make sure that the Democrats and the Liberals are comfy and to tuck them into bed nicely. They save their rage for Donald Trump. If I had to assign blame, I'd blame the shooters, but perhaps the politician with the closest nexus to the problem is the mayor of Toronto, who also shapes police policy. Here's the hapless John Tory. The mayor also emphasized his call for a handgun ban in the city, a message he's been touting since last year. Really, at the root of this is people carrying guns in their pockets and feeling that they're at liberty to use them, even when they're in the most trivial of disputes that you have every day in your life, he said. That's a weird thing to say. But it's already happened, shooting people. It's extremely difficult to get legal handguns in Canada. Almost no one can. I think there's probably fewer than 10 concealed carry permits in all of Toronto, if even that many. All of this misconduct in Toronto on the weekend, it's already, I don't know, illegal in half a dozen ways, let alone the actual shooting. Adding another paperwork crime layer isn't going to stop a gang member from shooting. Let me quote John Tory one more time on the state broadcaster who love him. He has no idea what to do, clearly. And therefore he can have no plan to do what he doesn't know what to do. He's helpless and pitiful, as he is on most things. He has no knowledge or experience actually solving problems about crime like Rudy Giuliani did. Giuliani was a prosecutor who went after the mob. John Tory has weakened the police. He doesn't know what to do.
I've certainly come to realize, and I think most people do as well, there is no magic answer to this. And so when this kind of thing happens in a concentrated way, it's very frustrating, very angering, and very sad, and bottom line, unacceptable.
Now imagine if that's all Trump had said. Hey guys, sorry, but this it's really unacceptable what happened, and yeah, that's all I got. Oh my God, that would be a ferocious feeding frenzy. But Ralph Goodale and John Tory say those things, and the CB says, "Come here, you big lug. Let me give you a kiss, you guys." And the Globe and Mail is pretty much the same way too. Here's their editorial. Yes, Canada already has a solid regime of gun control, including prohibitions on certain high-powered and high-rate-of-fire weapons, and the screening all purchasers must pass. The current gun control rules work and contribute to lower violence, but they could work better and do more. That's the best they got. It's pretty clear that the guys at the Globe and Mail know about as much about guns as they do about oil or wheat. They've seen it on TV somewhere, and then there was this great article in the New York Times, I remember. Let me just copy that. In other words, making handguns legally unavailable, I'm quoting them again, will not cause the crime rate to plummet overnight, nor will it lead to an abrupt collapse in the murder rate, they admit. They admit they have no clue, because we've already done in Canada everything they say that we should do, and it's not working, and they have to say something. I think I know what's happening here. What do you think of this theory? In the United States, the left hates guns, and the right, I don't know if they love guns, they love gun ownership, the right to have guns, and it's a culture war between left and right. In Canada, we do have plenty of farmers and ranchers with guns, and some aficionados in the city who like target practice, for example. Some folks do have a gun for home defense, for feeling confident, but not that many. We don't have concealed carry permits in Canada, many. And it's just not that big a part of our political conversation. It's just not in Canada. I'm just making an observation. So railing against gun crimes, especially gun crimes clearly committed by street gangs in Toronto, it's really not going to demonize the Conservative Party. Because Canadians know that what happened in Toronto it's not a gun problem, it's a gang problem, it's a policing problem, and I've shown you none of the Liberals in charge have a clue of what to do. No one in the Liberal media elite does either. That's an excerpt from the Ezra Levant show. Every day I do a video monologue and then I interview an interesting guest. And then I end by reading my hate mail, but you've got to subscribe to it, which you can do at therebel.media/shows.